Well, like many degrees, students studying animal science get their education from more than just textbooks.
At South Dakota State University, there are 6 livestock-related farms where students gain that hands-on experience.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Ariana Schumacher takes us through these units to see how students learn and benefit from the facilities.
SDSU has research farms for almost every area of the animal science industry, including cattle, sheep, swine, and more. For students like Callista Roars, these units allow her to work in an aspect of the industry she has no prior experience in. She began working at the swine unit last year.
I got to learn aspects of how to farrow, what wean to finish has to offer, and then I kept growing my interest from there, and now I am doing a lot more. I come here almost every day and do all of that. It has really helped me learn a lot, and it grew my interest, which then led me to an internship this summer.
Since she didn't have any experience working with pigs before starting at the unit, there were people to train and prepare her.
Now I can fully do chores by myself on the weekend, which I'm proud to say I can do.
The hands-on experience gained here at the units helps prepare students for a career in the livestock industry.
If they've got experience, maybe it's not the initial exposure to that, but they're going to learn some things. If they do have experience at home, okay, maybe it's going to be a little different way of doing it. If they don't, then it's a really good start in the industry. They can find out if that's something that they're interested in, they want to continue with, or if, okay, this maybe isn't for me, or it works a little too hard, or maybe a desk job is better. You know, that's up to them, but we at least get them started.
I have been able to do stuff that I wouldn't be able to do anywhere else. You know, I've gotten AI certified, I've gotten to help with a lot of the weaning work, a lot of that stuff that you wouldn't regularly get to do if you're not on a bigger scale operation. And so I think it'll help prepare you, you know, whether you're going into the ranch side or just being a producer or feedlot side. I've gotten to learn a lot about animal health, husbandry, handling, so it's been great.
The lab portions of the animal science classes are also able to be hands-on by performing their labs at the units. At the swine unit alone, they see over 500 students in a year come into the facilities for lab.
So again, you know, it's one thing to read it in a book, but then life happens. And the animals don't always read the book, so they respond differently. And then understanding good animal husbandry, how to manage those issues, and it's pretty exciting for them.
The livestock units are also used for research projects conducted by both undergrad and graduate students.
Coming here as a grad student is definitely different than working here as an undergrad, but it's definitely just as much of a learning experience as you are in undergrad. You just have more responsibilities.
As a grad student, Kovarna is the assistant manager at the cow-calf unit, so she is responsible for making feeding decisions and overseeing the scheduling of undergraduate students, as well as working on her own research project.
Research is really important to the CCU, being able to function. Without research, this facility more than likely wouldn't be here. It would have no purpose. With research, it allows students to have the ability to learn and take that new information that can make the industry bigger and better.
Students at the units are not only learning for themselves, but they are able to share that knowledge with others around the world through virtual or in-person tours.
How it works is I bring my cell phone into the barn, and I basically take them through what my daily chores are in the farrowing room and about why we have pigs indoors. We bring it down to basically a third grade level of explanation, just so that way we don't overwhelm them with terms and specifics, but also still give them enough information that they can walk away and they have an opportunity to ask us questions about what we do.
As I kind of stand back and watch that, it's really rewarding to me to see them that they know about the place and some of the details that go into it. Some of the tours are frequently from the schools or they're younger kids, and they just do a terrific job of explaining things to them. This is why we do this, and this is why this is important, and they do an excellent job of explaining all that.
Most students have a positive experience during their time at the units.
It's really been a fun time getting to work with my peers, and like I said, it's not work if you're having fun.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Ariana Schumacher.
The animal science units rely on grants and donations to keep their operations running with some of the latest technology. These facilities help students stay up to date with the newest advances in the industry while in a hands-on environment.